What's happening, guys? You know what time it is.
Too short.
Too tall. Another episode of the Sauce Twins.
What's going on, man? What's up with y'all?
How y'all living? How's the real world out there? How about them Browns? Hey, but in all honesty, though, I said they wasn't going to do nothing this year just because they still got a jail. You know, they got on paper.
Last year you said this year.
Yeah, but we talking about the whole new team with Odell.
They still got a jail, huh?
Yeah, they still got a jail, man. They ain't gonna do
got a jail. They need better coaches. The Rams came from nowhere to somewhere. It's all about the coaches. You know what? They was talking boy, I forgot who that was. I forgot. Booger. Booger last night was basically taken up for the quarterback for the Redskins just got drafted, Haskins. Mm-hmm. They talking about Haskins not ready, he not this. He said, no, stop saying he ain't ready. Stop saying that he's not smart enough to play. The kid threw 50 touchdowns at Ohio State. Get him ready. You know what they said about Buddy for the Rams?
Who, Goff?
Goff, the year before? He couldn't even make a play call on Hard Knocks. That's what he was saying. Dang, he's struggling to even call the plays. But guess what happened when the coach came in town? They went to the Super Bowl.
The coach came in town.
Coach came in. Hey, the coaches, bro, they are the difference makers in the pros.
Yeah.
All these guys got talent. Rosters are full of talent, size, speed, all of that. But you got to get a coaching staff that can come in and maximize the talent that they have and implement a system that benefits the talent that they have.
Right.
So don't give me none of this stuff about Haskins. Gruden sucks.
You know, people get jobs because they the brothers of the guru.
Yeah, Gruden, he hasn't
He should have been out there a long time ago.
Yeah, but you know, they're blaming the upper management because all of these coaches have come in and they've all just had horrible records. Everybody's had a losing record.
Yeah, so then that is upper management.
Yeah.
That is upper management then.
Start at the top,
in?
go to the bottom.
All right, man.
But we ain't even talking about that today.
Nah, we're going to talk about some other sticky.
We talking about it's kind of polarizing. I'm polarizing now. Now, some of you might think they don't relate, but I'm gonna ask you, what was the purpose of Title IX? And right now I'm gonna give you the definition.
Yeah.
And the reason.
Let the folks know, because they think you're talking about a car thing.
Title IX of the Education Amendments was signed by President Nixon in June of '72.
All right.
The main purpose of Title IX is to prohibit discrimination on the basis of sex in any education program or activity that is federally funded. Okay? No person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity receiving federal financial assistance. Okay. So one thing that keeps sticking out to me is anything that's receiving federal financial assistance. Okay, now I'm moving that over into what's going on with the transgender athletes, specifically talking about the males, identifying like a biologically born male, identifying as a female, and now competing in the female sports for medals and money and all kind of stuff.
But it's always going to be a male. I don't want. I'm trying to be politically correct.
No, just say it.
But it's always going to be a male going into the female sport. Are there any female? I don't. It would be hard.
Yeah,
I do not see a female transgender
switching over
to a male to compete in the male sports.
Nah, they gonna keep identifying as a female and when it come to competition, and then in their personal and other life.
So then that's the whole shebang right there.
Yeah.
That's the whole. I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, I do know that they butt shouldn't be able to.
No, it's not right.
To participate in that. I don't think they should be able to.
Like, what's the point of Title IX, and what's the point of having separate? What's the point of having women's or male sports separate? Like, why do we have them separate if you will allow one to cross over to train on to play on the other side? What's the point?
Just the physical structure.
Biologically, we know, guys. Like, and this ain't on no. We talked about the pay and the salary. Let's just be honest. Like, this ain't on none of that. This is on straight up. Biologically, men are just going to be bigger, faster, stronger. That's just the way it is. And especially for guys that are training for the sport. Guys that are training for the sport.
So now you got guys that were below average.
Maybe you might. It depends. You might take someone that could have been elite.
Yeah.
And
I know, but I'm just saying, as far as you know, going over to the other side, what kind of difference in their athletic ability? They probably might still have the same athletic ability, but now it's more polarizing because they doing it on a. I don't want to say on a lower level, but
it is though. You're competing
in a different environment. Like,
you're competing against a lesser athlete.
Yeah.
Because that's the problem. The girls are starting to complain because they know they can't compete with the guys. That's the problem. We're not saying you're less of a person. We're saying that look at the dang look. What women this year we watched the World Championships track. Do you see any women that could get out there and run a 13-1 in the 110 hurdles? Imagine if a man switched over and went and ran the 100 hurdles in the women's. Come on now.
But that's what's going on.
Put a man that trains for the 400 meter and over in the. Come on now. Like, let's just be honest. Like, this is not. It's not fair.
It's not fair.
And I'm just so confused by this. I know that there's like this movement on just with feminism and all of that stuff, and like just trying to get equal pay, equal rights, and just feeling equal, to the other side. But now you have to deal with a male coming over in the female sports
and just dominating. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, okay, like.
But what does that do for them other girls though? Right? Them other girls that are top notch and they have to go against these males that are now females.
Like this one girl. There's a girl who, what's her name?
Like they're getting the short end of the stick. So
there's a huge article of an athlete. Her name is Selena Soul. She failed to qualify for a regionals event, and she's missed out on going to world-class tracks and missed out on competing in front of college coaches because there were transgender athletes that were winning the races and they were moving on. To me, honestly, it's like it's amazing to me that the guys that identify as women feel okay about this, about going over there and winning like against the girls.
Yeah, they're gonna feel all right.
But I guess because
they feel like they are girls. But trying to be politically correct on this thing.
But they're not.
But they're not. But to them they are. So it's like,
look,
that's my thing. I was thinking the same thing though, bro. Like, how do you? They're okay with it.
This is blowing my mind.
They're okay with it though.
It's blowing my mind. I want to say last year, a male won the female state championship in wrestling or something.
Yes.
Come on, y'all. Like, I'm struggling. Y'all gonna have to explain this to me.
It shouldn't even be allowed, though.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't see how. Is it because these organizations are afraid of the backlash for not letting them compete? Like, come on.
But you know that's gonna happen.
Either way, though.
If
you're gonna deal with it either way.
Either way. But they looking at it as,
look at it now.
It's gonna be either way,
hey,
right?
Look,
we on one side, but then
let me tell you something.
This other side, they don't really want to have that problem.
Let me tell you something.
They'll have this problem.
Let's say Alina went out there in her wrestling match and the boy beat her and broke her arm. Uncle Tuck on the mat. I'm on the mat. He gonna have to beat me too. See what I'm saying? Like, we talking about, like, come on now. So we gonna allow this in boxing? Like, what are we doing? You gonna allow it in track and wrestling? Come on. So the boys competing against the girls, what are we doing? Come on. That's all I'm saying.
That's
all I'm saying. You can't basketball, you just can't. Come on, we ain't gonna do that. Come on, that's all I'm saying.
Just
what are we doing? That. What are we doing for the future? Like, what are we? Are we just gonna go co-ed?
Can't.
We just gonna go co-ed? I mean, I guess that's the answer to equal salary pay. And it's the answer to this gender thing, to this transgender, competing in the, on the other side. It was really just blowing my mind. Like,
it's just amazing that it goes on though. Like, I don't know, it's just common sense to me. Hey, no, you can't go and run with these girls.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like, man, look,
you can't be wrestling
because it's a disadvantage. It creates an unfair, an uneven playing field. So, like, look, you transgender. I'm not trying to tell you to be part-time transgender. When it comes to competing, though,
you can't compete.
Come on now, you're gonna have to go compete on how you were born.
Right. But then you ain't gonna want to do that because now you with the guys.
Go compete how you were born, and for outside of competition, out in the world, like do you. But when it comes lining up on the track, like from a father, I'm looking out there like.
Yeah, I'm gonna be hot.
This boy is just beating my daughter.
I'm gonna be hot.
Like, what do we? What's the answer? We need some help, y'all. Like. Help me understand from a different perspective.
Do they start their own league or little division? Huh?
Maybe.
Something.
That might be. That's you know what?
Something has to give.
That's probably the fairest thing you done said today.
Start their own.
I think that might be the best
division.
Thing. I think that might be the best. Think of CrossFit. Transgender athletes that train for CrossFit flipping to the other side, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say they don't win, but they gonna beat out a lot of girls that should be up. Like,
and that's the biggest issue, right? You're taking away from these
people,
female athletes that could be way more successful, provide way more than they are right now. Messing up their futures. Futures are being messed up.
Yeah. I don't know. I need some help, y'all.
I'd be like, nah, you can't run. I'd tell them, you can't run. You can't run against them. No.
I need some help.
It's not fair. And honestly, I know life is not fair, but that is not.
And honestly, it don't even matter if they gonna win or lose. Like, if it's a kid that's transgender switching over and you like, well, they ain't really even gonna be able to compete. They not that good. That's just that's a case. It still shouldn't happen. Mm-hmm. Like, because it shouldn't happen. Like, it's just not right.
It's just an unfair advantage.
It doesn't even make sense. Like I said,
it doesn't.
Have co-ed or the own like division, because I just don't see how it's fair.
I just don't see how they letting it go on.
I need some help. I really don't know how to talk about it in more depth than that.
Yeah, I don't either.
I just need some help understanding why this would be allowed and how it's fair.
I'm telling you, they do not want that backlash from that community.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's
but,
all it is, Tuck.
Hey, sometimes you gotta stand for something. You gotta stand for something or stand for nothing. And it's not that you like, it's not.
It's not.
You're not.
We're not saying we're against
And you're
them.
not discriminating
Yeah,
either,
it's not
because it's like, how are we discriminating? It ain't discrimination.
We just talking about fairness.
Like we ain't talking about discrimination. Look,
That's it.
that's
Not too many. I can't. Not too many girls is gonna beat me at damn near anything.
Yeah, that's just. Yeah, I don't know. It's just. I don't know what to say, y'all. We need some help.
Just
We
think
need
about
some-
you.
We just need some
What?
comments. We need some tags at somebody. I don't know. Like,
Does it make sense though?
just
It doesn't.
help us, y'all. I don't know.
I don't know. Cause I'm tired of seeing it. But they be flaunting their medals.
Standing on the stage like,
like I did
weightlifters.
this.
It was two weightlifters, not just recently. I saw it on the thing. They standing on the podium, won first place. First place, transgender, competing in the females.
And they feel good about it.
Yeah.
They feel good about
I mean,
it.
I don't know. I'm just trying to find the middle ground somewhere.
I'm telling you, the only thing I say, they have their own division.
Yeah.
At the track meet, we have these heats. Okay, now we're having the
Yeah, the transgender.
heat.
Yeah.
Go out there and compete against people that's like you.
Yeah. Because that's just. But then if it's.
But you still gonna have to have your male, female.
Exactly.
You still gonna have to have.
So what do? You flip it now and say the males that are transgender females is at the female heat, and then the females
that's the female
transgender the
heat.
males.
That's the
That's the-
transgender male heat, because now they identify themselves as either female
Female or
or
male.
male.
Yeah.
Right. So then that's
No, you're right.
That's how you gonna have to break it up. Bro.
You're right.
In order for it to be fair. Now, if y'all cool with the way things are going, then keep it the same way.
I don't know. I just. It's crazy. Well, anyways, hey, Ass Sauce Twins, y'all subscribe.
Please ask.
Please help us. We need communication on this one. Like we really do. We need some feedback. We need somebody to give us some insight. Obviously,
Maybe they think it's fair.
So yeah, like we love to hear something back. That's why we have these conversations. Hey, don't hold your tongue on the comments. That's what the comment section for.
Yeah.
Comment what you feel, what you think. Like we want to hear some information. Like we want to hear your opinions. Like I'm not trying to be closed-minded. I'm trying to understand and hear. That's why we come on the Sauce Twins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So holler at us.
Let us know.
What will you sacrifice to be great?
Turn your notifications on. What else we got? ATA?
Yep.
ATA. Would say it's on the way, but it's here.
It's already here. Hey, we should be dropping about another 5 speed videos on the new junk this month, so stay tuned.
So be on the lookout.
Oh boy, we about to drop the goddamn me Speed School on Kindle. On Amazon, the #1 selling online vehicle in the world.
We got books.
We're gonna sell that Speed School on there. You know how we're gonna do that there. How them. All right now.
Holla at us.